here, I am 210 pounds. My opponent, man, I think I was talking to him. He's got to be walking at like 235. So I didn't realize that NAGA has the bracket was 200 to 230 pounds. So it's a 30-pound weight bracket. I thought it was a 15-pound bracket. So I thought I was going to be in the 215 and under bracket. It is what it is. But I do felt like that was a little bit of a disadvantage to me, because at this level, I didn't even, however many months ago this was, not super long ago, I had not worked on my bottom game enough. And this competition is actually what really drove me to work on the bottom game, specifically half guard and pin escapes. So let's get into it. So I do remember I wanted the inside collar tie and the outside tricep grip. So I had that for a minute, gave it up, got it on the other side. Was really digging for inside position. Tried to grab the leg. I got an underhook here, so we're in an over-under. I used that to snap down right here. Boom. Okay. So right here, I remember I got a good headlock, and I let it slip. So right here, I get down. I mean, he's in a great position right now for me to snap him down, really put the weight down, grab a leg, and I just didn't do any of it. And so right here, I did initially think, okay, I'm going to try to pull him down, but I kind of let that slip. As I go to pull him, he pops out. I shoot again sloppily. You can see my foot slipped there. So I've got an underhook, trying to get that second underhook. He does a good job posting through. And then right there, that right there, I think that's what made me lose this exchange here. So I have the underhook. He pummels in. He pummels that in. Boom, pummels that in, and I go for the head. So now I've got double overs. He's got a double under body lock. And I thought at this point my only chance was some sort of Uchimata, which in hindsight I shouldn't have gone for a full throw, but more of an off balance. Try to undo the body lock. He does a great job. So right there I try to throw, and I didn't really commit to that leg. If I would have commit to really tripping that leg, I probably could have got something going. But I didn't. He does a good job of recovering, throws me over, boom, gets straight into mount. He's pretty high too. He got really high. Luckily, I didn't get my arms isolate, like my elbows above my head, which was good. So I'm doing a good job just trying to keep my cross frame, get my elbow inside that knee. This guy tried this Ezekiel choke a few times. At no point did I ever feel threatened by it. I think he even scored some points from it. But so here I got that cross post again. He's working up, doing a bad job. So right here too, this is not ideal. This is one of my favorite attacks from the mount. But right now, I've got my elbow up and inside his hip. So if he wanted to, he can bring that arm up, push my elbow even farther, go straight for a gift wrap, all sorts of things. He starts pulling on the neck, pinning the arm. Boom, right here. Okay. Again, just super dumb on my end. I could have easily pulled my legs through this giant gap to re-guard. Could have posted on that inside shoulder, pushed him over, swept him. I mean, a lot of options here. I'm just pushing on the leg, keeping myself there. So super dumb. He gets the cross face here, and I've got the elbow across, like I said. So I've got that elbow. Oh, I didn't get it yet. He settles back in, trying to fight for that leg on the backside. So I caught it. I roll back. Yep, get back into half guard. Right here, he ends up scoring points. It really wasn't that tight. Yeah, right here, just like what he said. I don't know if you could hear my coach there. The underhook, it's wide open. It's wide open. If I would have gotten that underhook, even if it was shallow, I could have gotten the Kosoda hook, that left leg right now, the way I have it locked up with my legs in a triangle, not great. Take this leg off, get my ankle down behind his calf, start cranking the leg, getting the Kosoda hook with the underhook. Would have been much smarter. I'm just fighting the arms here, being dumb, not really knowing what I'm doing. Again, this was my first competition. I think I was quite a bit in my head at this point. He starts going to isolate that arm. I come across, dumb move. He decides to go gift wrap. He didn't really have a very good plan with the gift wrap. He was just shoving my elbow into my face, which works from a control perspective, but he was just pushing my elbow into my face like he was going to do something. So I just wrote it out. Trying to fight again. Should have got that underhook. Just like not even thinking underhooks, and it's so crazy. I feel like from the bottom. Yep, finally I finally got an underhook. Tried doing something. Helps me get my knee shield back in. Finally. Should have gone in for a leg entry at this point. Again, at NAGA white belt, you can do pretty much anything except for heel hooks. Again, here, getting my hips off the floor, could have easily swept the guy. I just wasn't thinking. So we don't have much. I think we only had a 4-minute match. I'm not standing up for some reason. Finally decide to stand up. Boom. He's quick. He gets on top. He has the head height. I grab a leg, drive forward. Boom. Get a takedown. Finally. 2 points. 2 points now. Pass straight into side control. Got more points. And looking back, knowing I had pretty much no time, I honestly probably would have just sat back for like a Woj lock or something. Basically, like, because I would have had that outside leg. This leg, if I would have grabbed it with my right arm, threaded my inside leg through into kind of a 50-50 position and just gone for it. It would have been a Hail Mary at that point. It would have been better than being down on points and just getting stuffed and trying to find mounts. So overall, losing the match, I did end up, positionally coming back. Sucks to lose the match. I was happy that I was eventually to work out of that bad position. But, yeah, that was that first match. First official tournament performance. This was my second match. Don't mind the guys blocking the camera. So here, again, I'm trying to dig for that inside collar tie. Bad move here, too. Quickly, just want to point this out. I've got double over ties. Double over ties. Really not great. I've seen it used before. I think I was doing this because I think right before this I saw Mason Fowler using it at UFC BJJ. But, I mean, he could easily drop the collar ties, go straight for the legs. Just really not a great thing that I like to do or to do. Try to get an underhook here. He does a good job. He actually did a great job there. So I dig an underhook. He gets inside like he's going for a trip, pulls me through. Yep, he grabs like the inside, kind of like an arm drag position, puts his leg in. I go around and he uses that opportunity to grab the leg. Even though he's from his knees, he drops down, does a good job falling on that leg. Now here I recognized, hey, I've got a hook in. So let's see if I can mount his back. I think I could have. He did a good job of grabbing my arm, taking me all the way down. I still find myself in this position occasionally where I will have more of a half guard position. I've got this like lat grip over the top. And really, the better thing to do is focus on getting that knee out and getting more of an actual butterfly hook in and actually re-guarding. So here, I should have tried to commit to getting the closed guard or the butterfly guard. Sorry for the people blocking it. I was doing a good job trying to get that butterfly hook in, and he just went right around it. Very poor guard retention. He gets on top. He tries putting on a nasty crossface. Got my elbow on the inside of his hip on that other side, you can see. He's doing a good job putting on a good crossface. I'm trying to get my knee to elbow connection underneath his hips. He is leaving me quite a bit of space. I get there, but I don't get my elbow deep enough. So that's one thing that I do try to do now is once I get that elbow connection, getting my arm down a little bit further, I feel like helps me. So at this point, man, this was a dumb mistake. I remember specifically, I was thinking, man, he's just throwing this arm out there. I could maybe get like an Americana or a Kimura or something. And I was just fighting this arm so unnecessarily. Super dumb. The best thing to do at this point, and I'm sure there's other things, in my humble, now blue belt opinion, right here you can kind of see I'm posting on the inside of his elbow. Using that's not too bad. Getting a little bit farther up, posting on the shoulder, and sitting up, taking the left arm, coming down, getting up to that elbow, and using that to drive them over. In this situation is a much better option. Obviously not 100% of the time it's going to work, but better than just hand fighting and essentially doing nothing. So we restart. Boom, I'm still just fighting that elbow. He's trying to get the crucifix. It's a pretty poor performance. Again, tries getting that crucifix, and I think we run out of time here pretty shortly. Look, I'm almost giving up my back there. I do remember in between these matches, I had about a 2.5 minute rest too, which really sucked. But, can't control stuff like that. He's a good job putting on the crossface. Still just trying to survive. I will say, even I feel like throughout most of my white belt time, I always had the gritty survival instinct. I really just didn't give up very often. So here, I finally start getting my knees back in front of me. He starts going a little bit north-south. I'm not even looking for underhooks. I'm just, poor performance. I do a good job here of turning my face in, knowing that he wants to go north-south. Choke. And then I get my knee shield, push him back, start getting to a sit-up guard. He goes for a guillotine grip. Boom. I get over onto the right side. He does have that arm, so yep, made it hard. And I think we run out of time right here. All right. That one was a rough one to watch. That one was not great. Okay, much better match here. So this was my most recent match before getting promoted to blue belt. A much better performance. I have dropped down to 195 pounds at this point. I really wanted to make sure I wasn't going to get stuck under people 20, 30 pounds heavier than me. And I know, whatever weight classes, I don't know. I don't have a problem rolling with guys bigger than me, but when it comes to competition, just trying to give myself the edge, So This was the sub 200 division for Masters 1. Let's see how it goes. Oh. We start. I get the underhook, get an overhook. I really did put a lot of pressure on him, so he decided to pull guard. Immediately start passing to side control. Finally pinned the hips. Pinning those hips. He did do a good job here where he's got this arm here underneath my chest. So I have it pinned at least, but he has it there ready to go towards an underhook. So I did try to keep my hip side arm tighter and closer. So here, as I step over his head, because I didn't actually have an underhook, he was able to get that hand around my leg there, which kind of made it tricky. So he goes fully into turtle. And one of my favorite submissions that I have really grown to like, that feels natural for me, is an anaconda. So I lock up the anaconda position, use that to throw him back, and I do get a pretty solid attempt at the lock here. You can see him, he almost taps, and then I let the pressure off. Boom, we're back in turtle. I swap to the other side. So this is my good side. But I couldn't get the legs. I couldn't control the legs. He was doing a good job of fighting those back. So right here, this is one of my favorite moves when I'm in north-south, getting underneath that arm. Usually someone will favor a side. So I'll take the arm that I want to come up and go into more of like a dorsal position and pin that under my chest in front of them, just like that. So grabbing that arm, now I've pinned his elbow there. He can't bring it back. He didn't have his leg tight or anything, so I swung that over, got into a technical mount position, reach under the head, grab his arm, and get more of a Kimura style gift wrap. Now this is, in my opinion, the ideal gift wrap situation. I think, you can do other things without that second arm, but this is my favorite way to do it because I feel like you have more options. You've got back takes, you've got arm bars, other transitions, and you'll see here that I do go to the back with the sit through. So we're trying to attack that. He does do a good job. I wanted the points, so I left the hooks in. I didn't lock up the body triangle. Like, ideally, I would just go straight to the body triangle, but I wanted the points. So he was able to rotate his hips a little bit more than I would have liked. And then eventually I realized he's going to get out of this, so I transitioned to mount, kept it long enough that I was able to score. He started bringing his hips back in. So one thing that I have been able to work on a lot is kind of floating, kind of being a little bit more dynamic. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I just got the worst Charlie horse I've ever had in my entire life. Okay, we're back. I had a horrible hamstring Charlie horse cramp attack. That was miserable. I've literally never had something like that happen. All right, let's back it up just a little bit. I think what I was trying to say was I have gotten much better at dynamic pinning. So here I kind of got into a leg ride position. He tried some sloppy Kimura. Again, passed into side control. Eventually got to north-south. So I was able to rack up a lot of points. At this point, I believe it was 18-0. Sorry for the camera. So he's trying to get out. He opens up his neck, and I am able to get the tap from the north-south choke. So much better performance. This was my last competition at white belt. It's going to be much harder at blue belt, but I've improved a lot. I'll probably make a video soon reflecting on what I learned at white belt. Um, you know, some of the best piece of advice I can give. But anyways, if you've made it this far, I appreciate you watching along, watching my wins and my losses. It's just a part of being a white belt. It's just a part of jiu-jitsu, no matter what belt you are. But it's fun, and if you haven't competed, I encourage you to get out and compete. Helps you find holes in your game, motivates you to improve those holes. It's fun when you can have a team experience. I believe at this video right here at the Grappling Industries, my gym, we had like 18 guys competing, so it's a fun atmosphere, great socially, that kind of stuff. But yeah, anyways, if you guys like this jiu-jitsu content, I'd love to keep putting some of it out there as I progress through my journey. I mostly train no gi. But yeah, so if you've made it this far, hit the like button, leave me a comment, tell me how many times you've competed at white belt, any other things you noticed throughout the video, good, bad, ugly, all of it. Just let me know. Anyways, appreciate you guys watching. Catch you next time.